I still remember the night my mother scraped the last bit of rice from the pot. She didn't eat that night. Neither did my father. They told me and my little brother to finish what was left, but I could see the hunger in their eyes. "It's fine," my mother said, forcing a smile. "We'll get more tomorrow." But tomorrow came and there was no more rice. Welcome back to Eco Nightmares, where we unveil the true horror stories of nature. Tonight we bring you a nightmare that isn't just a story. It's happening right now. How did we get here? It wasn't always like this. We used to have enough. Not much, but enough. Our village sat near the forest where the land was rich and full of life. My father grew cassava, maize, and sweet potatoes. My mother traded fruits at the local market, sometimes coming home with a little extra, maybe a handful of dried fish or a small bottle of oil. We weren't wealthy, but we never went to bed hungry. Then the trees started disappearing. At first no one worried. Some men with trucks came and cut down a few trees, saying they needed the wood for new farms for fuel for businesses in the city. "It's just a few trees," people said. "The forest is big." But it didn't stop. The land became hotter. The river, once full of fish, began to shrink. The rain, which used to come like clockwork, became unpredictable. Some months we got too much, drowning our crops. Other months we got none at all and the soil turned to dust. We tried to adapt. My father started planting drought-resistant crops, but they took longer to grow and produced less food. The price of rice at the market tripled. My mother stopped buying oil and meat. Then one season the harvest failed completely. It started slowly. Breakfast became only tea. Then it disappeared entirely. "We'll save it for later," my mother would always say. Later turned into never. At school I noticed my friends eating less too. Some stopped coming altogether. Maybe they were sick. Maybe they just didn't have the energy to walk. My little brother, Daniel, was only 6. His body changed first. His belly swelled while his arms and legs became thinner. He stopped playing. He stopped laughing. One night he asked me, "Do you think the trees will ever come back? Do you think the land will ever go back to the way it used to be?" I didn't know what to say. I wanted to tell him yes. That one day the rains would return, the soil would heal, and we'd have food again. But I couldn't lie. I was 12 the first time I saw my father cry. He had walked for 2 days to the market, hoping to trade his last sack of cassava for food. He came back with almost nothing. The market was empty. The trucks that used to bring food from the city had stopped coming. Prices were too high. Farmers had nothing to sell. "We need to leave," he finally said. But where? The cities were crowded with people just like us. Hungry, desperate, searching for something that no longer existed. Some families left. Some didn't survive. We stayed. Every night we ate less. Then we ate nothing. My mother's face grew thinner. My father's voice became weaker. One morning, Daniel couldn't get up. His eyes, once so bright, looked dull. His lips were dry and cracked. My mother held him, whispering prayers, begging him to stay awake. I sat beside them, holding his tiny hand in mine. It was cold. I know now that what happened to us isn't just our story. It's happening everywhere. In Somalia, children like Daniel are starving as droughts stretch longer and longer. In Bangladesh, families are losing their farms to rising sea levels. In the United States, food banks are struggling to keep up as prices rise and incomes shrink. In Canada, farmers are watching their crops fail due to extreme heat and unpredictable weather. The world is changing and food is disappearing. Not because there isn't enough, but because we have taken too much. Too many forests cleared. Too many rivers polluted. Too much food wasted in one place while another place has none. We always thought food would be there. That nature would keep giving. That the system would fix itself. But what happens when it doesn't? What happens when the last tree is cut, the last river dries, and the last grain of rice is scraped from the pot? We ran out of food once. I hope the world never does. If this story made you think, like, share, and subscribe to Eco Nightmares. Stay alive. Stay aware. And I'll see you in the next nightmare.